Hello everybody, it's Dana Sullivan, the Stampin' Chick, here with day 3 of our Flowering Foils Coronacation week. I have a fabulous project to share with you today. Another coordinating card that goes perfectly with the other two that we've already done. Today we're going to focus on Seaside Spray as our color. So, of course, we're still using the So Sentimental bundle, stamp set and dies, and we're using the Tasteful Textures, this stamp right here. Okay, so now the same as I mentioned in the other two videos, for this month only, at least until March 31st or while supplies last, if you purchase the So Sentimental bundle, a pack of Stampin' Dimensionals, or a coordinating Stampin' blend, you will also get this Flowering Foils DSP for free. So this is a free with $50 purchase from Celebration. So the So Sentimental bundle and the Stampin' blend satisfy that requirement, so you can get the Flowering Foils Designer Series paper. And when you do, when you purchase the Stampin' die bundle and a marker or the Stampin' Dimensionals, and you get the Flowering Foils Designer Series paper, I am going to send you for free the rhinestone basic jewels that we've been using in this week's projects. So that way you can create the projects yourself at home, and you're going to love them. Now, these cards are gorgeous. Let me just recap for a hot second. Here was yesterday's project. Notice how they all coordinate beautifully, and then Monday's project. So we're adding to our collection, and by the end of the week, we'll have 5 absolutely beautiful cards that go together very nicely. And if you've taken me up on the offer of the So Sentimental bundle, then you will be getting a set of free clear rhinestones that you'll be able to finish your cards with. So that's exciting. All right, I'm going to move these out of the way, and let's go ahead and get started with today's project. What you're going to need is your white cardstock base, measuring 4 1/4 by 11 inches, scored at 5 1/2 on the long side. That will give us our card base. You'll also need a piece of the Flowering Foils Designer Series paper, cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4. We're going to color this one with the Seaside Spray Light Stampin' Blends marker. And I'm not going to do that in the video today because I've already done it in the other videos, and I don't want to keep repeating. You can see the other videos and see how to do the process, but it's very simple. Just color like you're coloring a coloring book. So the light Seaside Spray is the marker, and 4 by 5 1/4 inches, so that'll be our background. Then you'll also need, from the Stitched So Sweetly dies, you're going to make 2 of this little rectangular frame. So you'll do 1 in Seaside Spray, and then you'll do 1 in Whisper White. And once you have those cut, on the Whisper White piece, you're just going to trim inside the dashed lines on all 4 sides so that you make this fabulous layering piece that's going to fit perfectly inside of our sentiment strip. Isn't that cool? Fabulous idea. Super, super simple. Okay. Then you're also going to need approximately 14 inches of the metallic Seaside Spray ribbon. And we're going to tie that around the front layer piece here, and it's going to be so cute. All right? Okay. We need to get our stamp here. We're going to use Your Friendship is a Blessing. Notice so far this week that each card has a different sentiment on it. So no two are alike in design and no two are alike in sentiment either. Okay, and then of course we also need this stamp for the background because we're going to add just a little texture to our sentiment piece so it's not so stark. Alright, you need your Seaside Spray ink and Memento Black ink, and let's do this. Let me get my cushion with my protective piece here because I'm going to stamp off. And what I mean when I say stamp off, you're going to tap, tap, tap into the ink. You're going to stamp it off once, stamp it off twice, and then stamp it onto the layer, okay? You want to stamp it off twice because we want just this soft, faint background so that our sentiment actually sticks out. It really is pronounced, and you see there's just the slightest hint of the florals in the background, okay? Alright, now let's get our black ink and stamp, stamp, stamp. Tap, 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 not smush, smush, smush. And then, just like I've said before, with regard to white card bases, you want to press and hold firmly for a few seconds to let that ink absorb, and then pull it off, and you will have a nice, crisp, and clean image. Okay, let's assemble this card because with the coloring done, we are ready to do that. Alright, first things first, let's tie this knot. Remember that I've said before, I like to pull it just a little tighter on the paper just to make sure that when I tie it in a knot, that it doesn't relax too much on the card. So we'll do that. And that's 14 inches, and notice that I've given you plenty of extra. So if you're one of my Hostess Club girls watching, you are not going to need 14 inches, ladies. You can get away with 12, probably. So I'm going to snip these off. There we go. And then scoot it down just a little bit, probably right about there. And grab my snail, attach this layer down. There we go. Hope everyone's doing okay today. Seems like while everything is still moving outside that folks may be starting to breathe a little bit again. We're still under a lot of quarantines from the government, of course, but if everyone can just remain calm and collected, I think we'll be okay, and I think that we'll get through this all right. Okay, now I'm going to take the sentiment pieces here, and I need my Stampin' Dimensionals. Let's put some here. I could definitely cut these in half. My girls know I'm freaking out just a little bit at using so many dimensionals on this piece right here, but you want to make sure that you have the weight dispersed because you don't want your piece to sag. And if you leave this blank spot in the middle, it will sag, and you don't want that. I like it to be nice and full. Let's put this on here. This is a really snug fit pending how you've trimmed it. So you can add a little more or a little less border around there if you like. Here we go. Oh goodness, this is a lot of dimensionals. I could and should have cut some of these in half before the video, but that's okay. it's okay. This is going to be a nice, well put together card. There we go. I think one really cool thing that's coming of this whole quarantine situation is that I'm finding a lot of posts and articles on Facebook for people to do virtual tours of museums and things like that. I think that's very cool. I like the idea that they're having, what is it? Live streams from underwater at aquariums. I think the Georgia Aquarium is the one doing that. And then there's an opera house that's doing free previews of shows, and there are musicians that have been posting that they're doing free shows online. It's just wonderful. I love it. Okay, let's add some bling, shall we? Got one there, one here, and one here. There we go. How's that, folks? All right, friends, there you have it. I'm not going to stamp the envelope because I've done it on the last two, but you'll see that I'm doing them all the same so that they coordinate. So I hope that you liked today's video. I hope that you are taking advantage of the ordering opportunity, the So Sentimental bundle, and the Stampin' Blend marker or the Stampin' Dimensional so that you can get the free paper and the free clear rhinestones. So you can find that information down in the description box below. You can see all of the details of these cards on my blog at the stampinchicktn.blogspot.com. Make sure that you remember that celebration goes on through March 31st. And so there are a ton of different products that you can get absolutely free if you head over to my website at danasullivan.stampinup.net. And if you have any questions or would like to leave a comment, I would love to chat with you. Feel free to do that down below the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.